Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wrapped up another sample project, and I kind of wanted to show you guys, what it is, how it works. Do like a very, very brief overview of the project, just so you guys have a starting place to play around with it. So, to access the project, we're gonna go to eighthwall.com/DCLN, and it's this 2.5D platformer player controller. This project I made just to kind of get people started when it comes to making a platformer game. I have a couple of things in here like coyote time and jump buffering that you can play around with. This page right here is an overview of the project, so you can see the name of the project. I put in the components that I made for it, the terms like jump buffering and coyote time. I gave you some tips for implementing it yourself, and then some ideas for usage. Um, as well, I you can see the code before you actually clone it, so you can go in here and take a look at that. But before we jump into the project, I just want to show you what it looks like. So let's launch it in a new tab, and then it's pretty simple. You just hit A to move left, and D to move to the right, and then spacebar to jump. So nothing like too crazy here. But we do have like double jump implemented, so we can double jump. Jump buffering is when we are jumping and we're about to land on a platform, but we press the button a little bit too soon. It remembers that we are pressing a button right now, so that it gives us that extra buffer. So immediately, as soon as we hit the platform, we jump. It's something that's kind of nice because sometimes players just press buttons too soon. It's kind of like a quality of life thing. And then we also have coyote time, which is when you might run off of the platform and hit jump too late. It remembers that we were just on a platform and gives you a time buffer to jump afterwards. So this is an example of it. See, we still have our double jump. It doesn't count as a double jump. Let me do that again. So we're running off the side, and then we still have our double jump. So that first jump is the coyote time. So let me close this really fast, and then yeah, let's jump in and clone the project. Okay, so now we are inside of the Niantic Studio editor. Let's close up some of these these entity folders over here. Let's quickly take a look at the 4 scripts that are in this project. We have an input controller that's basically taking either a button click or a screen tap when we have buttons on the screen if it's mobile, and then sending inputs to the other controllers, telling them that, hey, the user's doing something. So, and then as well in here, we're also checking to see if the user is on a mobile or desktop device. So that's being done somewhere in here as well. There we go, right here. That's handling that. So now we have the player horizontal movement. This is doing all the left to right stuff. We're using a physics-based player controller here, so we're constantly applying a force to the object itself. So when we hit left and we're holding down left, it's constantly applying a velocity to the cube. When we're hitting right, it's constantly applying a velocity to the cube to the right. But we do have actually in this script, if we hit the player, we can see we have a acceleration and deceleration value right here. And then we have a move speed for the ground and a max airspeed as well. So we can control if the player is moving a little bit slower, a little bit faster in the air, we can change those values. We can increase or decrease the acceleration or deceleration, and then we can increase the movement speed as well. And then we have our vertical movement, which is the jump functionality here. So we have our coyote time buffer, which is the amount of time that we have after we leave the platform to hit space to jump. We have our jump buffering, which allows us, like, again, if you are jumping onto the platform and you press the button too soon, it still allows us to jump afterwards. We have jump height that we can change. We can toggle on our double jump, our coyote time, and jump buffering. And then our grounded threshold is just how long the player has to be on the ground and not moving vertically for us to register that we are grounded. So, and then this last script is a tag script. All this is doing is identifying objects that are the ground. So we have one on this floor, we have one on each of these objects right here. What we don't have one on though is a wall. So it won't register that we are grounding ourselves if we're touching a wall, but it will register that we are grounding ourselves if we're touching these platforms. Something you could add in the future, just for anybody that wants to try it, you could add a wall tag and have something that says if you are touching a wall, then you can do a wall jump and build functionality for something like that. So that's just an idea. There's a lot that can still be done with this. I just wanted to give you a good starting point. And if you enjoy it, please let me know. Please tag me if you build a project with it. I would love to see what you're building. And again, I just wanted people to make platformers, and I thought I would help kickstart their creative process with it. And I actually myself might work on one too. So I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, let me know if you want a more in-depth tutorial about how the scripts work. I can go through and dissect each one, and we can chat about that. Thank you, and have a good afternoon.